What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Beyond the Screen. It's your girl Jasmine. In this video we are going to be talking about Pretty Little Liars Endgame episode 2. I'm freaking out. I'm gonna be honest, freaking out a little bit. Here's my thing. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Let's go character by character so I can remember everything and not forget what's happening. Let's start with Spencer. I feel like Spencer is spiraling out of control. It's the start of a spiral for Spencer. When Spencer spirals, she ends up in mental institutions. So I'm concerned. I think the bomb drop of Mary Drake being her mom was just so much for her, and bless her adopted mom's heart for really just trying to explain to her that it's not just about, you know, our blood being the same. It's about the fact that we have a family and I love you and I've been here for you and all this stuff, but you can still understand where Spencer's coming from after everything that she's been through. So I get it. Like, it's hard. It's hard to wrap your brain around. But she wants answers. She's been through so much and she really just doesn't know who she is. She doesn't feel like she can trust anybody. And I feel like that's gonna play with her a little bit. And then out of nowhere, we get it's Jenna! What psycho blind person comes strolling into the police station when they're looking for you for attempted murder? You just... like, you own the place. Jenna's a boss and always has been, but this freaks me out. That sound, oh my gosh, just the way everybody like looks around like they know it's her, like where is she? And then here she comes. Straw that broke the camel's back for Spencer. Jenna being back is kind of nuts because did Jenna shoot me? Did my mom shoot me? Did a mysterious random person hiding in the shadows shoot me? Like, what happened? Is she still walking around in her sling? What is Jenna doing? Now we know that Jenna is attached to AD, obviously, because we went through the whole reading situation from the first episode. So we know she's a part of this scheme. But we also learned that she's not in charge by any means. She's not running things. She's just a pawn. And I guess while we're talking about Jenna, we'll use Jenna to transition into Hannah. Now Hannah's making this dress and everything, and it was the old boss's dress, kinda, sorta, so there's that whole scenario. And then Jenna shows up wearing the dress at the hotel. Mona flips out. I don't know if anybody noticed, she actually had on the earrings. Like, once Caleb confronted her outside the shoe shop, she was wearing the earrings that Mona was showing Hannah. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I was like, oh snap, she has the earrings on too for the outfit. Hannah goes up to the shoe repair place to try to get the shoes and everything, and gets like locked in this weird torture closet thing and starts having flashbacks from when Noel was electrocuting her in his lake house and whatnot, and that sucks. I feel bad that Hannah went through that, and I feel like she's not ever gonna be the same, and I don't think that's the last time that whole emotion is gonna get played on for her. But why? Like, why? I guess that's the biggest thing that Hannah has going on right now, is designing the dress for the senator's daughter and everything, so that's what AD is gonna mess with. But I don't know, I feel like that's small and weird, but we'll see what happens, I guess. And poor Emily dealing with baby Allison, like, what? And then her name's Addison. Like, you see how they did that? I thought it was cool though that AD made it so that like the girl couldn't get much further and whatnot, but you're just slowly starting to see how all the seasons and all the drama and the A's and the AD and people dying, coming up missing, and new people popping up in life is really starting to wear on these girls. Like, after Emily confronted Addison in the locker room after she got the footage of her and her bong and her boyfriend behind the brew, it was like she kind of looked at herself in the mirror like, who are you becoming now? Also at the brew, before she decided to play the game, we have Jenna sending a text message, and the phone rings in the back of the brew, and it's Addison, which we kind of already got the vibe that she had some part in everything. Just, you know, are you sure you want to do that? And she's just so confident and, you know, just about everything. So you can tell she knows something about these girls and has some play. Like, that, she's not shut down completely. Her dad being in Paige's office means nothing. I feel like we're gonna hear from her and she's gonna pop back up somewhere in the end and gonna suck. It'd be really scary. Poor Arya. My heart is breaking for Arya. I don't know when the reporter approached her and called Nicole the fiance and all that type of stuff, I was just like, yikes, like that sucks. But then for the pictures to start leaking online, Nicole's parents got Ezra in an apartment near the hospital. He doesn't want to tell her yet. It's just such a messy situation. I guess you could understand, like, he thought she was dead and everything. There's never gonna be a right time to tell her. Just tell her and get it. She was dead, like missing in the jungle. I moved on. Get it over with. It's gonna break her heart no matter what. I feel like Ezra's making it worse by holding it out. And if he feels like he doesn't know what he wants to do, then he needs to let Arya know that. Now, Holden, I think Holden and Arya are adorable. I always have thought they were adorable. We're just gonna have to see what happens with that. When he showed up and was like, Arya, don't do it. When she was trying to go see Nicole, I thought that was really cool. I feel like there could end up being a romance there somehow, because he's already being like a really good friend in this whole situation. So I feel like there's gonna be some sparks there eventually, but Ezra's lame. I low-key think Ezra is a bad guy. I kind of always have. I think because everybody thought Ezra was a bad guy at one point, and then it was like, no, he's not the bad guy. He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy somehow. I just never really trusted him, and I still don't. So again, we'll see. You guys are like, Jazz, you say that like 1,000 times a video, because that's what it is. We'll see. We don't know. There's so many unanswered questions. And I think Ezra's a bad guy. Allison kind of took a backseat this episode, probably because she took up so much space in the first episode, so there's not really much going on with her. We know she still hasn't made a decision on whether or not she's going to keep the baby or not. It is nice to see her and Emily getting along and supporting each other in the whole game aspect of everything. What I did think was cool is that it's looking like the puzzle pieces that they get after, you know, each turn is turning into like a map Spencer said, which I thought was interesting that she could tell that off of 2 pieces, but that's her. She's very detail oriented and whatnot, so that's cool. And then speaking of turns, the text message that Hannah got, like, oh, you know, calm down, B, like your turn will come and you'll be ready, like, I guess that was maybe 80s way of being like, stop poking your nose and stuff, like calm down, like you want to know something, you need to go push the button and stop trying to be sneaky and scheme. I don't think they're gonna get away with that types of stuff like they have in other seasons, because they're supposed to be taking their turn and playing according to AD's rules. I think them trying to like go rogue and do stuff on their own is gonna cause problems for them. I think it has to be them playing the game. And then Emily's text message as well, telling her to embrace the darkness and that they had to, and that's the way she's going to win in the end. I think plays on our, I feel like we're all kind of in agreement that the end game is, it's gonna be a sole survivor type of thing. So I feel like they're gonna have to turn on each other eventually. Who's gonna be the first to do that? We don't know. So I guess we'll have to see. That's my question for today. Who do you think is gonna be the first to do something that really, really dramatically goes against the group and causes problems for their little happy liars family? As always, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And if you enjoyed this video, smack that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, God first, God bless.